Hello friends, I am Dr. Sudeep. In my channel, I'll be discussing the topic about how to practice homeopathy in a classical way and what are the points you must note during practice of homeopathy. So I have already done a few videos on this topic, friends. That is how to take the case, how to evaluate the case, how to form the rubrics, how to repertorize the case, and how to find the individualistic indicated medicine for each individual patient. So this is all the topics I have covered in my channel. If you are interested in these type of subjects, please like, share and subscribe our channel, and you can visit my channel and you can see all the other videos, friends. So today topic is one of the most neglected topic or one of the less focused topic in homeopathic practice. That is to say, remedy relations. So this remedy relations is one of the very much important topic in our practice. But in academics, the subject is not being taught properly, or the academics will totally neglect these type of topics simply because it is not of much importance for the academic interests. But in practical, this remedy relations is very important, so that whenever there is a individualistic medicine selected, this medicine will be related to so many other medicines. So this is the speciality of homeopathy, that whenever there is a medicine indicated, that medicine has a relation with other remedies, so that it will be a follow-well, it will be a inimical, it will be a complement, it will be a antidote. So in our homeopathy, all medicines are not of independent origin, or are not independently sustainable. They are related. So this is a society of remedies, we can call as. So in Hinduism, the society is formed and it has been related so thickly, and there will be a strong relation bonds in each family, so that the families form the society. So like that, in homeopathy, so this remedy relations is one of the very important topic, wherein you must have a keen observing mind how aconite is related to belladonna, how belladonna is related to lachesis, how lachesis is related to causticum. So there are many relation between each and every remedies, so that it may be a complement, it may be a follow-well, it may be followed after, it may be inimical, it may be even antidote for the medicine which we are indicating to. So these all meanings of complement, follow-well, inimical and antidote, I don't think one needs the explanation for this. In spite of this also, I will explain in brief that what is complement. So complement, as you know, so this is a medicine which is complementing the initial medicine. That is to say that whatever the initial medicine has given the relief, this other medicine which is complement to the initial medicine will help to go in the process of cure. So this is a complement medicine. So another few medicines are there, wherein we will find the medicine will be followed by. So whenever there is a medicine which is followed by, will be indicated before the medicine is given. That is to say, there are two terms you must be aware of, friends. One is followed by and followed after. So followed by is a medicine which is first indicated, then the other medicine is indicated. Whenever there is a followed after indication is there, then the medicine is followed after an initial medicine is given, A medicine is given, then this B will be following with that. So this followed by will be indicated first, then the other medicine will be. So this is about followed by and followed after. So, and another one term which will be we will be seeing in the remedy relationship is inimical. So this inimical word itself indicates that it is adversely affecting the process of cure or the process of the disease. So this medicine should not be used whenever you give an initial medicine A. So this is called as inimical medicine. So it will produce an adverse effect in the body, so that the curing process will be halted, or it will be reversed, or it will be damaging the organs of the human being. Due to that reason, these inimical medicines are not being indicated or not being given as recommended by our masters. So another one, antidote. So this antidote is being used by so many new and young practitioners to simply to combat the aggravations. So this is also in my notification or in my understanding, this antidotes should not be used as much as possible, because antidotes has a inimical effect. So inimical and antidote are not much difference according to me, because this antidote will stop the primary medicinal effect, or it will hinder the curing process. Like that, inimical medicines has an hindering property and also the destroying capacity to the body organs, tissues and cells. Due to that reason, this inimical and antidote medicines should be known by each individual homeopath, so that whenever he is giving a medicine or a remedy for the patient, he must see the relationship of the medicines. What are all inimical, what are all antidote, what is the medicines which is complement, what is the medicine which is following, what is the medicine which is followed by. Then it will be very clear to properly sort out the way to cure. So this is one of the neglected topics in our homeopathic practice, friends. So I wanted to make you aware of these things. And I wanted to tell you one more important thing. If you go to the Google, there is one PDF which has given a proper information of this remedy relationship. So remedy relationship has been implemented by all the masters in their own way. So one has 5 orientations, one has 4 orientations, one has 3 orientations. I mean to say that orientations means one master is considering complementary, follow well, followed by, inimical, antidote. So 5 orientations one master is considering. Another master is leaving out this inimical and antidote and mixing together, means to say like he is both together he is taking in inimical. So like that, in detail, every master has his own way of sorting out the things whenever he is curing the patient. So we must also have a knowledge of this remedy relationship as detailedly as possible, so that we will not cause any damage for the patient organ, tissues and cells. Due to that reason, you must have a thorough knowledge of remedy relationship as much as possible, friends. I'll give few details of this PDF file. I'll be putting some clips in between, so that you can observe which master has classified and classified this remedy relationship, and he is looking for which relation type. It will be more clear for you. If you want this PDF file, please mail to my email ID. I will send that file to you. I wanted to copy paste in my description, but unfortunately this Google Drive is not working properly. I could not do that, friends. If you want this PDF, I will send you on your mail. If you are interested, please mail me in my mail ID, so that I will send you that PDF file. So this is one of the important topics in homeopathic practice, to know the remedy relationship. So this is all today, friends. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and in future also I will be doing such a videos. If you are interested in any of these homeopathic practical orientation subjects, please let me know. I will do those videos also. Thank you and take care, friends.